Good morning. So we are starting for practical number 4 for social network analysis. Am I audible to all? Okay, so let us read the aim. For a given network, find the following: length of the shortest path from given node to another node, density of the graph, and draw the egocentric network of G with the chosen configuration parameters. We have learned about the shortest path concept in part 1 while studying the algorithm, and now we need to implement that. But in SNA, it is implemented by only one line, and it's a very short practical. It's a very simple practical that you are supposed to do, and it is a practical number 4. So you're supposed to do the 3 things. One is to draw a graph and find out the shortest path. So there should be a weightage for the path. So that should be a weighted graph, and you are supposed to calculate the density of the graph, and finally you are supposed to draw the egocentric graph. So you are supposed to display that particular graph. So this is the 3 tasks that you are supposed to do in practical number 4. So I'm sharing my screen. Just tell me whether my screen is visible or not. You check now. Is my screen visible? Okay, so let us focus on this graph. This is the egocentric graph, and let us focus on this practical. So as usual, you are supposed to implement iGraph to draw a graph. So iGraph should be implemented accordingly. Then you are supposed to display a graph. So there is a table. Okay, a table is having a 4 headers and 4 columns. So 4 rows, 4 columns. So there will be 4 headers. So you can say that we have 4 nodes to display. So the node names are R, S, T, U, and R, S, T, U. So there should be communication between these 4 vertices, and how to communicate that is displayed over here. So edge between R and R having a weight equal to 7. The edge between R and S is having weight is equal to 5. The edge between R and S is having a weight equal to 0. So we do not have the edge. Okay, the 0 means do not have the edge. And in this way, you are going to display the matrix. Okay, so let me display the matrix. Let me run this. So I have taken mat as an input, and now this is a way of evaluating rows and columns. Okay, we need to separate out the rows and the columns before plotting the graph. So here you are going to get all the rows, and here you are going to get all the columns, and then you are going to plot this graph. So what I will do, I will run all these steps. So in this way, you are going to display the graph. Now just see here, focus on this graph. I'm not, though it is a weighted is equal to true, but the plotting is not according to weight. How to plot according to weight, that I will display now. But before that, let us understand this concept. Now just see the table. This is the table and this is the graph. Now there is an edge between R and S, and having a weight is equal to 5. We do not have the edge between R and T. Okay, but we can connect through R and T through S. Now there is an edge between R and R. It is referred as a self edge, and only R is having a self edge in this graph. Okay, if you are putting something value over here, new value over here, and if you are running this, it will be like this. You will get a self edge to U also. Okay, just the matter is that you are supposed to put the value according to input. That table will be given in a question paper, and you are supposed to work. Now let us see what we will be having in NMS. So NMS is going to retrieve all the headers, and what we are having as a mat now, it is the entire data. So entire data is displayed over here. and with this graph, you're going to get the adjacency and you're going to plot this graph. So what I'm having in G, let me run this and show you the output. So this is the adjacency. What is the meaning of adjacency? This is the object in which you are storing the graph. So you're going to show the connections between these two points and these two vertices. So in this way, you're going to take the input. Okay, now we are supposed to do the first part, that is the calculate the length of the shortest path from the given node to another node. So let us consider that we are supposed to calculate the shortest path between R and S. Okay, so how to calculate the shortest path between R and S? So you are supposed to call this algorithm Dijkstra algorithm that we have learned in part 1. So S dot path is equal to shortest dot path G comma algorithm is equal to Dijkstra algorithm. Then you are supposed to display all the paths. So I will display the paths over here. So this is the path. Okay, the path value. Now just see here, we have the weight RR is equal to 7. Okay, the weight RR is equal to 7, but we cannot travel R from to R. So the weight is given as a 0. So to travel from any node to that particular node, you don't have to spend anything. Therefore, it is a 0. Now just check over here. The value, we don't have any age between R and T. But according to this concept, we have the age between R and T, we have the path between R and T, and the path is equal to 5. Now let us find out that particular path, so you will get the idea. Now just see here. This is the directed graph. Now we will find out. Okay, now just check here. The path is equal to 5, and these arrow, whenever you are going to have the arrows, so you are supposed to go according to arrows. So R can go to S, S can go to U, and U can go to T, and T can go to S. So in this way, you are going to find out the shortest path. Now just see here. They have calculated all these things and you are going to get the shortest path. So this is calculated by the actual algorithm. Okay, now you can say here T is having a path value to U equal to 1. So how can travel from T to U? There is an arrow actually. So T to U, let me check, U to T, this is a 1. So you are going to get that particular one. Similarly, how to calculate all these things? Now just see here, S and T, we don't have any age between S and T, but we can travel to S and T if we don't have that particular arrow. If we don't have the direction, then we can travel from S to T. So it can be considered as a 5. Therefore, the value is given as a 5. Also, we can find out the shortest path also. Let me find out remaining paths. Like between S and T. So we have, okay, we have done that. S and U, what we have, the shortest path, it is a 2. So S and U, it is a 2. Okay, so in this way you're going to get the output. Now let us find out the path between R and S. So just shortest dot path V is equal to R to S. This is the formula. So the value is equal to 5, and then you can plot all the graph according to that particular edges. So in this way you're going to get the edges. Now here you can get the output. The negative edges have to be considered as a minus. So you can say like this. Okay, now just see here, whenever you're reaching from R to S, there will be a 5 values over there. If you want to reach to R to T, okay, the negative edge, if there is a something T between to S, then that is also considered, and there is an edge between R and S, that is also considered. We are not considering any direction over here. and just make sure that though it is a plotting, because we have said that weighted and label is equal to something like that weight, therefore it is giving the direction, but it is not like that. You can skip the directions and you can work without those directions. Okay, now the next thing is that we are supposed to draw the egocentric graph as well as the density. What is the meaning of egocentric? That is a two-way graph. So I will run that particular egocentric graph. This is a demonstration of egocentric. 1 goes to 2, 1 goes to 3, and 2 is going from 1 to 3, and you need to calculate the density. So in this way, you're going to get the density. So this is all about practical number 4. You're going to display the table, then you're removing the rows, columns, and you're plotting this graph with these statements, and then you are going to implement a Dijkstra algorithm, and you're going to display the path. Okay, if examiners ask you to display the shortest path between R and S, then that will be put it like here: shortest dot path V is equal to R to S, and plot G H dot label, that is going to display your plotted graph, and this is the way of displaying the egocentric graph. Okay, so this is all about practical number 4.